Hello and welcome to the second part of Chapter 12, which is Socioeconomic Status and Poverty. Socioeconomic status, or SES, refers to a grouping of people with similar occupational, educational, and economic characteristics. Socioeconomic status carries with it certain inequalities, and the number of visibly different socioeconomic statuses depends on the community's size and complexity. In most investigators' descriptions of SES, two categories, which are low and middle, are used, although as many as 5 have been delineated. The families, schools, and neighborhoods of adolescents have socioeconomic variations and specific socioeconomic characteristics which can influence adolescents' achievement and adjustment. Lower SES parents are more concerned that their children conform to society's expectations, create a home atmosphere in which it is clear that the parents have authority, use physical punishment more often, and are more directive and less conversational with their children. Higher SES parents are more concerned with developing children's initiative, delay of gratification, have a home atmosphere in which children are more nearly equal participants, and rules are discussed as opposed to being laid down. They are less likely to use physical punishment are less directive and more conversational with their children. Children and adolescents from low SES backgrounds are at risk for experiencing low achievement, emotional problems, as well as lower occupational attainment. However, children coming from affluent families are also vulnerable to substance abuse. Poverty is defined by economic hardship. While some adolescents are resilient and cope with the challenges of poverty without major setbacks, many struggle unsuccessfully. Living in poverty has many psychological effects on adolescents and emerging adults. They experience more conflict, violence, instability, and chaos in their homes. They get less social support from their parents, are less responsive, watch more TV, have less access to books, computers, and other resources. Their schools and childcare facilities are inferior. The air they breathe and water they drink are more polluted and have overcrowded homes and live in more dangerous and physically deteriorating neighborhoods. Some other negative aspects and outcomes of poverty are risk factor for sexual problems, running away from home, reduction of income for divorced mothers, risk and problems related to schools such as inferior schools, increased risk of dropping out, etc. Another concern of poverty is that a high percentage of children and adolescents grow up in mother-headed households, and single mothers are more distressed than their middle SES counterparts and tend to show low support, nurturance, and involvement with their children. Several organizations and programs in North America aim at reducing and diminishing the effects of poverty on adolescents and emerging adults. Such programs are the Two Generation Intervention, New Hope Program, Quantum Opportunities, El Puente in New York, etc. That is the end of part 2. Hope you had fun.